AEW is hoping to go all out this weekend, but first, they're hoping to give us a September 17th to remember. Let's preview AEW Dynamite coming up tonight. AEW has certainly fallen off when it comes to the attention as of late, and it felt like they were peaking back up with All In, but WWE's counter-programming, I think, has kind of taken its toll a little bit on some of the audience for AEW, but they're trying to get it back with a 3-hour special, September to Remember, coming up later on today. Brawley, 619 in the chat, asking a fantasy football question, then oops, I may have missed the fantasy football segment. We have done some fantasy football already, but if you just hang out with me during the wrestling talk, we'll put a bow on this with some more fantasy football, and we'll ask answer the question there. If you could, I'm assuming ENT is ETN, or if I'm wrong on that, but either way, clarify who we're talking about with ENT, and I will answer that once the wrestling part here is done. But on to the wrestling. This card actually looks insane coming up here on Wednesday, and it's one of the things we talked about, and one of the things that kind of triggered for me when looking at AEW and the issues they have. Again, going back to the Eric Bischoff, better than, less than, different than. I think what you can do better than with WWE is just some excellent wrestling. Now, the storytelling is going to get you over the hump, but excellent wrestling on the television that we know we're going to get actual finishes to, I think that is where wrestling fans are kind of wanting this product to get back to, with all the disqualification finishes on the other channel and everything that's going on there. If you can just produce excellent wrestling, that's going to get at least some of those fans back. But I also think because WWE is going so hard at counter-programming the pay-per-views, having specials like this, having September to Remember, and having some of these used to be just weekly television shows, but as a big one, having that, I think, is going to make it very difficult for WWE. They're not going to do a random show on a Wednesday. And now that you're running into main roster stuff on Saturday, okay, if they want to counter-program this with TNA, then maybe. They want to counter-program this with something NXT, okay. But this is going to win that night. And I think you stay away from main roster stuff with WWE if you make the Wednesday nights feel a little bit bigger. And that's what they're doing here. A spot in the triple threat for the unified title match with Beast Mortos and Mascara Dorado. Apologies. This is, like, that match is going to be fantastic. And it's one of those, I know no one just flips the channel anymore, but if you put clips of it on X, people are going to be like, oh, well, I need to go watch that match. Those guys kind of both have that type of appeal. And this match is going to be excellent, setting up just a banger of a match on Saturday on pay-per-view featuring Okada. Queen Aminata and Thekla, this has been a very good feud so far, and I think that this could have kind of culmination feel to it and start to build up a little bit more with a Jamie Hayter. So this is one that I am really, really excited for. And then a couple good tag team matches getting us ready for the Wild Ladder match that's coming up on Saturday with Hechicero and Josh Alexander against Top Flight. Like, that's just going to be, again, high quality, high flying wrestling. And then on that note as well, Jet Speed against Kip Sabian and Killswitch. So we're going to get some of the stars doing the face-to-face with Cope and Christian, the former Edge and Christian, against FTR, and Moxley and Darby Allin ahead of their Coffin match and everything like that. Like, this is, I think they're going to need a couple really big segments to get some of that attention back on them. And it can't just be big segments in, oh, wow, look at all this blood and everything like that. Like, it needs to be quality, well-done stuff. But I think that this is a very well-put-together show to try to get some of that buzz back going into All Out. So a really good setup and hopefully a really good show coming from AEW tonight.